Okay, so for 7C, it talks about being concave down. Now, I know we didn't really go through concavity very much. This is from our notes on it, though. It says that if the second derivative is greater than 0 for values of x, then it's concave up. If the second derivative is less than 0 for x, then it's concave down. So we're looking for which values of x would the second derivative be equal to 0. So we know that, sorry, less than 0. We know that it is equal to 0 when x is 3. Okay, so if we know that, when x is negative 3, it is 0. Remember we did those charts. So if I were to look at a value to the left of it, when x is negative 4, what would the value of the second derivative be? So the second derivative is 6x plus 18. So 6 lots of negative 4 plus 18 would be negative 24, so that would be negative 6. Looking to the little bit to the right of it, when x is negative 2, 6 lots of negative 2 plus 18, negative 12, so that was positive 6. So it must mean that any values to the left of negative 3, in other words less than negative 3, would give you a negative value for a second derivative. That means that we're looking for x is less than negative 3. You cannot say or equal to, because we know that when x is negative 3, our second derivative is 0, and we need to have it as less than 0. Okay? Alright, closed cylindrical can has a height and a volume of that. Express h in terms of r. Okay, so if we know it has a volume of 20 pi, the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared multiplied by h. You can find that in your formula booklet. So if that is 20 pi, then rearranging this to find h would be 20 pi over pi r squared. Our pi's cancelled, so h is 20 over r squared. Okay, next question. Material for base and top can cost 10, the material for the curved sides costs 8. Total cost is C. Show that C is this. Okay, so we're talking about the cost of making this can. We are trying to find, so in other words, the surface area of it. So the surface area is, excuse me, it's going to be the two circles, so the area of the two circles, so surface area. So you've got two circles, that's 2 lots of pi r squared, plus the curved surface area, which is 2 pi r h. Okay, again, that's curved surface area is from the formula booklet. Okay, I thought I'd show you these things from the formula booklet. Okay, so that was from the question above, and this one, so this one. So the area of the curved surface area is pi r squared, pi r h, 2 pi r h. So if that's the surface area, then the cost of it is going to be, these are going to be multiplied by 10 cents, so that's going to be 10 cents multiplied by 2 pi r squared, and this is going to be multiplied by 8 cents, so that's 8 multiplied by 2 pi r h. Now, the issue here is that there's no h's involved here, but there is here, so we have to use our answer from up above here, so that's 20 over r squared. So that's going to be 10 multiplied by 2 pi r squared plus 8 multiplied by 2 pi r. Oh, I've forgotten what it is already. 20 over r squared. Alright, so let's do some simplifying. So we've got 20 pi r squared plus 16 pi r times 20 over r squared. So this r and this r can cancel. So we've got 20 pi r squared plus, so we've got 20 multiplied by 16, so it's 320 pi over r. And that's what we were supposed to show. Right, given that it's a minimum, find this minimum value in terms of pi. So there is a minimum value for C. So minimums or maximums occur when the derivative is 0. So we need to find the derivative of C. So okay, so just copy the expression again. So we're finding the minimum value of r, so we first of all need to write this as a fraction, so that would be 320 pi r to the negative 1, and then we're going to differentiate, so that is 40 pi r plus, because our negative 1 multiplied by a negative here, so that's plus 320 pi r to the negative 2. Okay, so that's, oh goodness, so that's 40 pi r plus 320 pi over r squared. Derivative. We know that maximums or minimums occur when that is equal to 0. Okay, so we've got negative 40 pi r equals 320 pi over r squared. We need to find r, so we need to get rid of this denominator. So I'm going to say that this is I'm going to multiply these by this, so that's negative 40 pi r cubed equals 320 pi. Doing steps. So r cubed is going to be 320 pi over negative 40 pi. Obviously my pi's cancel, so r cubed is 320 over negative 40, so that's negative 8. So r is going to be the cube root of, probably at negative, hang on, wait a minute. Did I write that down wrong? Oh, it's plus, you fool. So this should have been plus, so this would be minus. I was thinking something's going wrong here. Minus. So these are not minus anymore. Okay, so the cube root of 8, which is 2. So the value of r is 2. But they actually want to know, find this minimum value in terms of pi. So they want to know what the actual minimum cost is. So you're now going to stick the value of r into there. So you're essentially finding C 2. So that was, oh, I've forgotten already. 20 pi r squared. Plus 320 pi over r. Okay, so that's 4 times 20 is 80 pi, and then 320 over 2 is 160 pi, so that gives us 240 pi. Done.